everyone, welcome to a new video on the channel. Today, as you can see, we are setting up for the month of October in my reading journal. I'm very excited to bring this new theme to you all. It's definitely on par with the month of October being a bit more spooky and darker, and I absolutely loved this book earlier in the year, so I knew I had to pick this one up when my original idea didn't work out. But now that you've had a little sneak peek of what's to come, let's settle back down into the actual portion of setting this book up and tell you all about this month's theme. If you were quick enough to see when I was setting up on the sneak peek page, there was a quote there, and I actually chose to use the quote from the book, so that was a very big hint. But if you haven't been able to tell already, I am taking you to the Kingdom of Blunder. This is a place that is very dark and mysterious. It has a very creepy woods, and you are not really meant to go into the woods alone. It's a very dangerous place for people, and it also comes with a lot of magic in the form of cards. People can use these cards and carry the magic from the card into their own body and use it for whatever way they need to, depending on what the card represents. There are 12 cards, I think, from memory, and it is a very interesting magic system. And I can see why people can sometimes recommend this book as a dark caravel type of read, but also this is very gothic. This is a very different type of world than the fairy tale type worlds Stephanie Garber writes, and this is One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, otherwise known as The Shepherd King duology by Rachel Gillig. If you've been around on the channel for a while now, you'd know that I was absolutely obsessed with this book. I think I did the reading log the reading update posting around the time when I read this and had a lot to say, and it was all good things. This is my type of book. I'm really into gothic romances and gothic fantasy at the moment, so of course when my first original choice for October didn't work out, and I can tell you it was Belladonna, or the world that is Belladonna, Foxglove and Wisteria by Adeline Grace. Unfortunately, we could not find enough aesthetic photos and really get the theme going. I also wanted to know what the land or the kingdom was called, and I couldn't find an answer for that. So that is why we switched to this one, and we went to the Kingdom of Blunder instead. And I'm so happy we did it because the aesthetics of this were on point. I absolutely had a fantastic time setting up this world, and that being said, it didn't come without its own challenges, and it was actually outside challenges rather than the actual journal portion. So you will see that some of the clips have jumped around. I definitely filmed this over several days. A lot happened this week while I was filming this, and unfortunately we had a massive event that happened to one of our horses, and one that we look after. Unfortunately, we yeah we had to put him down, so you'll notice that there's a few jumping around, and there's suddenly a band-aid on my hand, and all that unfortunately happened because things were happening outside of the journal that I couldn't keep up with. But within the journal, I'm really happy with the overall theme. I did go for quite a minimalist look for October, and that wasn't because I didn't have time. I just felt like I wanted the photos to do more of the work than anything else. So I also went through my September reading log for 2022, and noticed that I did these really cool headers with printing them out on craft paper, and so I decided to bring them back and use that element in my journal for this month. I felt like it was a really good fit, and I also decided to keep like a homage towards the month of October and Halloween colours, and chose to use orange. Whilst I did use red last month, and it kind of follows on from that, so it's kind of a nice cohesive flow from those 2 months. It wasn't intentional until I looked back on it. I just decided that orange was the best one to go with the colour scheme, so I used just oranges and browns for this setup, and I think it worked out really well. Obviously the line work was done with a black pen, but other than that, just those two colours, and I'm hopeful that I can keep that colour scheme up whilst I am filling it in over the month of October. For October, I'm also participating in two readathons. I know that's quite ambitious considering everything that's going on in my life right now, but I love October, I love Halloween, and one of my dearest friends who's been helping me with this journal all year long is running the Bookish Scare-a-thon. I am one of the team leaders for Team Pumpkin. Sorry if you can hear that. My printer has just decided that it's on the alert. Anyway, the Bookish Scare-a-thon is running from the 1st to the 31st. It is going to be a really good fun time, and it has 9 prompts. 8 prompts for each group and 1 wild card. So I am just doing 9 boxes here on the left side of the page, and then unfortunately my camera died and you don't get to see me filling in the right side, which is very colourful, and I don't really stop on it in this video, but I am participating in the TBR Harvest, which is also another readathon being held in October, and I am doing the Escape the Corn Maze game board. So you roll a dice and make your way around the board, and so I've set that board up on the right side. I'm sorry I don't have footage of that, but I will link both readathons in the description below for your interest if you're wanting to check them out. And yeah, I'm really happy with how these two pages came together. I'm going to stick the covers of whatever books I read for the prompts for the Bookish Scare-a-thon on the left side, and I've got a bit of space down the bottom of the TBR Harvest page where I can put down where I land for my rolls. I don't expect to be doing a lot of books that I can roll for, because obviously I'm already committed to the Bookish Scare-a-thon, but I really wanted to give it a go and double up. So I'm really fortunate that I can use my first roll that I've already done a reel of, and it will be coming out later on in October, that I can use the same prompt that I am for, or sorry, the same book that I'm using for a prompt for the Bookish Scare-a-thon. I also, now that we're on the TBR page, have a section for prompts, and yes, you've guessed right, I'm also going to attempt ridiculously to do the TBR vending machine for October. I do have 6 prompts that I managed to pull from the machine. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of this just because I am not at full capacity on YouTube, so I have just pulled the leather and gotten 6 prompts, and I don't know if they're put in the book. No, I don't think they're in the flip through yet. I think I filled them in after I finished setting this up. So that's why there is a gap down the bottom with no orange dots under the prompt section, because I didn't know at that point how many prompts I would need. And I'm hopeful again that I can use the same books to triple up, so to speak, so I can just keep trying to fill all the prompts with minimal amount of books. I think that's the best way to get through October and participate in all the things that I want to participate in and have a good time. I'm hopeful that I'll get a lot of reading done in October, but things will be up in the air until I know sort of what October is going to look like. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. I mentioned it in my last video with my mum. She's hopefully coming home from the hospital this upcoming week, and fingers crossed that happens, and when that does, obviously everything I know will be changed, my routine, so I don't know how much reading I'll get done, but I'm hopeful I'll get some. I've got a couple of arcs to finish and things like that that I need to get sort of done before November, December starts to hit. And we are now onto the last page of the setup. It is very bare bones on this one. It's just the black washi tape that I suddenly started using, and then the header, and then all the little functional pieces of the setup. There is no decorative elements really to go from here on. I do have some pictures left of Blunder, or what me and Millie perceived to be Blunder, and I will keep them aside for the stats page, but other than that, we are all sorted with decorations in here. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, I did go a little bit lighter with the decoration this time around, and I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. I am going to be going all out next month. Fingers crossed I have enough time to do it, because we are going to a really special place and for November, and I have a lot of washi tape that I purchased years ago and only used once for a specific theme in one of my everyday journals, and now I get to use them again, and believe me, I'm going to use as much as I can. So along with the aesthetic photos, it shall be very maximalist in setting, so I just wanted to continue this one a little bit lighter after doing the last month's theme, and then going into two probably quite decorative heavy themes to end the year out. I can't believe we're already up to October and setting up in our reading journal. So I am very grateful to everyone who has been sticking around on my channel lately. I'm just really thankful for all the support that I've been getting, and also really thankful that people are still enjoying what I am being able to bring out. I did post recently my unboxing of my 2025 reading journals. I'll have that linked in the description below, and also I'm hoping to get my, or what month are we? September wrap up done, and get that up on the channel. Just a little bit of normalcy. I think I've got enough time to do that video as well. So until we next meet, I hope that you have fun reading or journaling. I hope that you have a really good TBR or mood read list. I know that sounds a bit weird when mood readers don't have lists, but you get what I mean for October. I hope that if you enjoy the spooky season like I do, that you have a good time. And until the next video, I hope this one was fun for you, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.